morning we have a presentation from Facilities and Parks Department, Drought Mitigation Plan. This morning will be Travis Haldeman, Parks Manager. And you welcome the rain.
My name is Travis Haldeman, Mesa County Parks and Grounds Manager. And Mesa County has developed a drought response plan to prioritize high-use parks that reduces water demand across their sites. Mesa County is adjusting how it manages landscaping and parks at public spaces in response to ongoing drought conditions. This approach reduces water use by up to 80% while focusing resources where they have the greatest community impact. Mesa County Facilities and Parks manages 26 locations that rely on irrigation. 11 of those locations use domestic water. In a typical year, those 11 sites use about 9 million gallons of water. And we're seeking a goal reduction of 80%, which will be 7.5 million gallons of water. This year, the county is implementing a drought mitigation strategy. Irrigation at some locations will be reduced or paused. Turf in certain areas will be allowed to go dormant, and water use will be prioritized for trees and shrubs in high-use spaces like sports fields at Long Family Memorial Park. These adjustments are expected to save about 7.5 million gallons of water. Residents may notice parks looking different. Grass may appear to be brown or dry in some areas, but the change is intentional as Mesa County conserves water responsibly. The focus is on protecting long-term assets like tree canopies and maintaining spaces that serve the most residents, while reducing reliance on treated drinking water for irrigation. That water can be served better in other areas than irrigation. Some smaller or lower use areas will not be irrigated to help conserve water and support the regional agricultural needs to ensure public resources are used where they have the greatest impact. This approach prioritizes the areas residents use most while evaluating how to manage lower use spaces more sustainably over time. If the drought conditions continue in Mesa County, we may shift further, focusing on long-term resources and on spaces that can be sustained and serve the community most effective. It's our goal to protect the critical landscapes and the sports fields that are most used by the public during this drought. What we'd really like to do is be able to save as much water for the agricultural use in this valley as we can. We're going to allow some of the parks and a lot of the domestic sites to only be watered every 10 days, maybe. We're going to keep the grass alive, but it won't be lush green like we've seen in the past. We're going to focus our energy on proper adjustment of heads to reduce runoff, irrigation cycles, cycle soak. We've got in a lot of our bigger parks like Long Park and the Clifton campus, we use very sensitive soil moisture sensors that allow us to adjust that irrigation to meet the exact demands of that type of turf. So we're going to water as efficiently as we can with the expectation that if the drought continues and gets dry throughout the summer, we may have to reduce irrigation needs even further. And unfortunately, that's where we're at. So I'd like everybody to hope and pray for rain and moisture. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions or comments for Randy?
No questions. I mean, I appreciate that's a lot of reduction. And I appreciate you. I've seen a lot of comments online of people saying, when are we going to slow down watering county lawns and city lawns and such? So I appreciate you taking the step. And this is a drop in the bucket. I mean, 7.5 million gallons of water in this community is literally a drop in a massive bucket.
Right.
But it's a start. And at some point this summer, our irrigators, those who absolutely need this for their livelihood, is going to need every drop of water they can get. So this drop of water will help. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Travis. I do want to just encourage the public to communicate with your water providers. Each irrigation district will have its own set of standards that it'll send out and communicate to their members, and also the water companies that provide water as well. So I think that that's really important during this time. Travis, thank you for being innovative with new technologies and really looking out past the horizon and seeing what's coming and how we can adjust. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Travis.